Hello, and welcome back to our Home Sweet Healthy Homes podcast. Happy May and start to spring. For our guest for this month, we have a new member of the City of Quincy Planning and Community Development team, more specifically our Office of Healthy Homes. We'll be working a little bit around the office as a whole, but without further ado, I'm going to introduce Skyla Whalen. Welcome, Skyla. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the team. So Skyla started at the end of May. So she's only been with us for a couple days, probably at this point a week. But we're excited to have you here. How's it been your first couple of days, week or so here?
It's been pretty good so far. I'm happy to be here. The team's great. Everyone's super sweet. Yeah, no complaints so far.
Yes. So Skyla, we'll get to know you a little bit about in this episode, a little bit of what your interests are, what led you to be working here, maybe some future plans. I know that's a big word, future plans, and just a little bit more about yourself. So can you tell us a little bit, introduce yourself to the podcast here, tell us a little bit about your background and maybe how you found this role?
Yeah, my name's Skyla Whalen, Quincy born and raised.
Yes.
Quincy High class of 2023.
Exciting.
Currently going into my junior year at the University of Richmond, Rolders. I'm a double major in political science and global studies with a minor in history. I found this position through an interest in local government, and I wanted to find out if I had as much of a passion for it as I thought. So I reached out to some people I knew at the City of Quincy to get some experience with local government and see if this is something I want to pursue in the future, and just like the real inner workings of the City of Quincy.
Exciting. Well, you've come to the right place. We're happy to have you here. And it seems like you've got your hands in a lot of different buckets over there at school, kind of getting a feel for everything that maybe you'd want to try, the history and then the political science. And what was the other one you said?
Global studies.
Global studies. I see. Yeah. Exciting. And do you like history? Like, are you a big fan of modern history or?
So since global studies is an interdisciplinary major, it pulls from the political science department and the history department. So it's really easy to complete the history minor because it's only 5 classes.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, but being from Quincy, I learned a lot about our history, and I've always had like an interest for what has happened in the world.
For sure. And with Quincy 400 coming up, you'll be sure to get a lot more history in the next coming months. Exciting. You mentioned that you reached out to some people you knew in the City of Quincy. That's how you kind of wanted to see if you like working with local government. What are some, I guess, ideas or conceptions you had coming into this job about local government, and what maybe have they been what you thought, or maybe are there some things that surprised you?
Well, as I say, all politics are local. And honestly, being from Quincy and knowing like how Quincy is, it wasn't really surprising. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
It's very connected. It's like one big family. And I feel like that's how a lot of like small local governments are, because you directly are influencing your population.
Yeah.
So it's nice when we go out and we can see the people in our community that we're directly helping, rather than on a state or federal level where you don't have the exactly direct connection to the people that you're influencing.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's always nice when we do these outreach events. It's nice to get to see the people that they're helping, but also they can ask you questions as well. They can talk to a live person and ask any questions, or we can see that then maybe the needs that the community has and help them from there. Exciting. So I know you've only been here for a week, so I guess it's going to vary from day to day with the tasks that you're given, but what has a typical day looked like in life as an intern?
So I work 9 to 4, and usually my day has started off with checking in with the Healthy Homes team and seeing if anything else is different or new, and then working on filing the homes that we're working with and making sure all of their documentation is where it should be. And if documentations are in the wrong pile, to make sure they're where they're supposed to be. Then lunch break, and then back to the grind.
Yeah, for sure.
Sitting in on some meetings, talking with people who have been there longer, which is everyone.
Yeah. And we went to do some walkthroughs yesterday. So Skyla got to see a little bit about what the contractors do and how we work with them in order with the bidding process, and meet some of our current applicants and answer any questions that they might have. So it is cool to see those walkthroughs whenever they happen. Any projects or initiatives that you're working on right now that you have a particular interest in, or any, I guess, future projects that maybe you'd like to get your hands dirty with? I know that you may be interested in some first-time homebuyer program, stuff like that.
I'm excited to go to the tabling events and get to meet more people in Quincy. I think like making a genuine connection with the population that you're working with is important. They'll give you genuine feedback, and the most direct way to know if what you're doing is making a difference.
Of course.
In relation to first-time home buying, in my first week here, so far, I haven't dabbled with it too much, but I'm always excited to learn something new.
Yeah, for sure. Once we get a new application, we're gonna hand it right over to Skyla, so she can get a first-hand look on what we do with those. And do you see yourself, I know you said you're going into your junior year of college, so definitely have some more time before, and I know you've had previous internships with nonprofit and public sector jobs. Do you see yourself continuing down this path of maybe working a full-time job or more internships with public sectors or nonprofits in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I really do want to work in the public sector. I'm currently going back and forth between like local government or state government, or like something like diplomacy. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Also deciding whether or not I want to go to grad school after college, or if I want to go right into the working field.
Lots to think about.
Yeah.
Luckily, you have some time. You can enjoy the rest of your college years as well. Do you have, like, I know you just said that you're deciding between diplomacy, state or local government. Has there been a job that you've always wanted to do ever since you were little? Or maybe are you just looking to try everything, see what you're thinking you like, and then go from there?
Originally going into college, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
After my first semester of college, I decided that was not going to happen.
Yeah.
So since then, I've really just been trying out a bunch of different things and seeing where my heart lies.
Of course. I mean, it's so tough to know, especially I know when I was in college and I was looking for jobs, I had done multiple internships, but I'm like, I don't really know. And I feel like most jobs out there you find by talking to people and seeing what they're doing and if they like it and stuff like that. So I feel like it's kind of hard to know what you want to go into unless you do want to be a doctor or you do want to be a nurse or a lawyer or anything along the lines of that. That's something that's like you have a direct, clear career path with that as well. So what skills do you think you have for this internship that you could use to benefit yourself, but also what skills are you hoping to gain and take away from this internship as well?
I'm a very outgoing person. I love to do different types of tasks, which is very helpful for being an intern.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in a lot of different things, and I'm always open to learning something new, which has benefited me a lot so far. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to getting the experience of working in local government. That's my main driving factor of being here and one of my main motivations. So really what I just want to take away is the experience.
Yeah. Of course. And you can always, like you said, you can always learn something new about local government or even about the different programs that we have here in this office that maybe you can spread around to people you know, and just the different things that we have available, not only in this office, but within the city as well. As we're going to wrap up Skyla's interview, I always like to ask anybody who comes on here, what is one fun fact or unique thing about yourself that you want to share with everyone? Really putting you on the spot here.
Yeah. I guess one really cool thing is I'm the only person from Quincy who's been to the University of Richmond.
Exciting.
Yeah, that was really cool to be the first person to do that.
Studying abroad this upcoming semester.
I'm studying abroad in Berlin, Germany for 4 months. Studying social security and international relations.
That's really cool.
I know, I'm very excited. Have lots of travel plans around Europe during that time.
As I would imagine.
So I'm very excited. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on, Skyla. I do have a couple
me.
updates for everyone who's listening right now. So we were at the Healthy Kids Day this past month in April, at the end of April. That was really exciting. It's always great to go to the WISE events and talk to everyone individually. And like I said, answer your questions. Coming up, though, we do have our annual NCDA conference. This year it's going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah. So that is really exciting. A couple of us are going to be going down from the office to attend this event. So you definitely will come back with some updates for you all. Salt Lake City is really cool, so I'm sure they'll be really excited to visit and head down there. And then we also will be having our BCNC Family Fun Day event, and that's going to be on June 21st. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So as always, you can ask us if you have any questions there about our programs that we have running. And like I said, as always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, ideas for the podcast, people you want to see come on, or things you want to hear getting talked about, please feel free to give me a call, 617-376-1055. You can email me at Tenney, TENNEY at quincyma.gov. But hopefully the weather gets pretty nice. I hope you all have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you the next time. Have a great rest of your night or your day whenever you're listening to this. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Skyla.
Thank you.
Well, we're happy to have you on the team. She'll be here till August, so she's just beginning.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye.